Hello, folks. This is Molly Hillig bringing meaningful relationship topics from me directly to you. This week, I'm so excited. I'm talking with Dr. Julia Liebeck, and she is going to start us help bringing full circle how relationships, the most important relationship, that with ourselves and that with our health and well-being, can affect all areas of our life. All of you know how important I think the relationship with self is. And a lot of time we forget that the big aspect of that relationship is that with our health and well-being. When we're feeling a certain way, when we're in a certain circumstance, how do we respond and how does our body respond and what behaviors relate to that? So Dr. Julie is going to talk to us about stress and the stress response on the body and how that can, in the long term, affect our intimate relationships. She's going to give us a few juicy details about the stress response before we get into the discussion of relationships. So let me welcome to the stage Dr. Julia Liebeck. She is attending clinician at the Naturopathic Clinic of National University of Health Sciences. She has received her doctorate in naturopathic and chiropractic medicine. She's also completed a residency in family practice and has her master's in the science of advanced clinical practice. But outside of being an amazing naturopathic physician, Julia is a mom of two. She's from small town Wisconsin, just like me, and she loves to be outdoors. So I'm going to turn the stage over to you, Julia, with this initial question. How does stress affect our bodies?
Well, Molly, that's a loaded question, in my opinion, because stress affects every aspect of our being. And so I guess the easiest way to answer that question is, as naturopathic physicians, we always are looking at the root cause of disease. Instead of looking at a symptom, we're looking at what's causing that symptom. So we're always looking at the organs and systems that are involved in causing dysfunction in our bodies. And so ultimately, stress affects everything. However, it can affect different people differently, and I think that's the important part to look at as well.
Okay, so it affects all of us. It affects every organ in our body, but let's really look at our emotional and physical well-being. How could it impose itself on our emotional and physical well-being?
So I think of stress, there's different levels of the stress response in our body. So kind of where you're at, there are some stressors that are good called eustress, so it actually has positive effects in how our body adapts. However, long-term chronic stress can be the root of all evil ultimately, because it can affect our hormones, it can affect our weight, it can affect blood sugar, thereby leading to potentially diabetes, metabolic syndrome, difficulty losing weight. It also hugely, probably the number one underlying root cause, what I see is how it affects our sleep and just how that affects our daily life. Because the big stress hormone that everyone thinks about, the big one that I think about is cortisol, but the also most common ones that you hear every day are adrenaline or epinephrine. So those are the hormones that give us energy, boost us throughout the day. However, when our cortisol, it should be highest in the morning and then it should decline throughout the day. So it should be lowest at night, which allows us to go to sleep. But when you're in a chronic stress response, our cortisol hormones, it can spike, like maybe it spikes at night and therefore you have difficulty falling asleep, or it might spike in the middle of the night because your body has been so dysregulated over time because of the chronic stress that you've been in, that it might wake you up at night. Therefore, it might affect your blood sugar. Also, then you might fall back asleep, but you wake up and you're completely wiped out and exhausted because your cortisol curve is becoming reversed due to your chronic stress response in your body. So when you wake up and you're exhausted and you just don't have the energy to push through the morning, people have coffee, caffeine, they do other things to help push them through their morning to, naturally or falsely elevate their energy levels, which is creating probably a crash later in the day, and then they might spike in energy again before bedtime, which is keeping them up. So that can be, kind of the root of all evil. But when your cortisol curve becomes someone's reversed or starts to be affected by chronic stress, it literally affects every hormone in your body, because cholesterol makes all hormones in our bodies. And from cholesterol, we make all other hormones. So that's where cortisol can play into this whole biochemical cascade or pathway that can get really, really complicated. So I'm going to try to keep it simple. But I want you to think of how stress affects hormones. It affects our immune system. When we're not sleeping, it affects our cellular function, so our body can't recover. It affects, like for those athletes out there, if you're a male, it can decrease testosterone levels. If you're a female, it can affect estrogen levels, so therefore it can affect your monthly cycles. Not to say just emotions, it can affect your thyroid. Adrenals and thyroid are very tightly related. And when you have thyroid dysregulation, when you have high chronic stress levels, it affects your thyroid. When your thyroid is sluggish, it affects your digestion, it affects, again, your energy. It can affect your mood because it can cause depression, anxiety, so many things. I could keep going. If you want to move on to the next question.
It is we're just skimming the top of the iceberg. It is, what I'm figuring is like stress causes a cascade of events. And you said something really interesting in the beginning, but there's a beneficial form of stress and not eustress. And when I think about eustress, I think about preparing for a presentation. It like gives me that little bit of motivation that I need to like study my presentation well and deliver well. But when I think of chronic stress, I think of something that I experienced a couple of years ago, and that was I was living in Crystal Lake, which is about an hour from Chicago, and I was commuting into the city every day. And that just sense of traffic and that burden and that oversensing, that overwhelming sense that I felt every day that I got into the car was chronic stress in my life, and it went on for a year. And during that time, I struggled to sleep. I lost weight, and I felt just this underlying like yuckiness all the time. And I didn't realize until I spoke with a functional medicine physician or a naturopathic physician that it really could be challenged. My sleep was being challenged by my stress. And when I wasn't sleeping well, I most certainly was not bringing the best of myself to my relationship, really to anything. I felt like kind of like a walking zombie. And I see that so much with my clients that they come to me, they feel overwhelmed, they feel depleted in energy, and it's really hard for them to give back to their relationship because they're struggling to give to themselves in an important way. We as humans must fill our cups first so that we can give to the important relationships in our life. So, Julia, you were just talking about a really key element of how we show up in our relationships is directly related to our stress response and how we're responding to the environment in our life. At least that's what I'm hearing from you. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's correct. So let's say a patient walks into your office, or someone who feels like they are depleted, they feel like they're going through some life transitions. How are some initial ways you can start encouraging them to reversing their stress response?
So one thing that we really look at in naturopathic medicine, we call it obstacles to cure, or blissers. So we look at a patient's blissers, things that bring them joy. And what I think of oftentimes is burnt out moms that are just exhausted, or people that are burnt out from chronic stress in their job, and possibly their personal life too, which hugely obviously relates. But we try to really focus on one blisser or more, if you could fit it in, but just the ability to be connected with your body and yourself for, even if it's 30 seconds to start off with. A lot of moms or people that are really busy, they're like, I don't have the time. You have to start making time to connect with yourself, whether it's when you're lying in bed at night or, rubbing your daughter's belly until she falls asleep for 2 hours, or but just using those times to give yourself a new mindset and to really focus on relaxation, or focus on your breathing, focus on the things that you're thankful for. If you're in the shower, just trying to meditate, kind of use that as a time for meditation or a time to just connect with yourself and look at the things that you're thankful for to help focus on positive things, because that will inherently help to reduce your stress. There's other things. I mean, exercise is hugely important. Just connectedness and relationships in your personal life is also hugely important. So you have to help nourish your body and nourish your soul with blisters and help to remove obstacles to cure and the things that are tangible and the things that you do have some ability to change, even though you might not feel like it's possible in the moment.
Yes, yes. I preach something very similar with my clients, and you're right. A common misconception that we have in the United States is there really isn't enough time. And a great quote that I love about time is the one true equalizer in the world. And everyone in the world has 24 hours. Money doesn't equalize us, age doesn't equalize us, but time equalizes us. And for example, my neighbor is a wonderful woman. She is a mother of 8, and I've known her for 4 years, and never once have I heard her say she doesn't have enough time or she's too busy. And I look at her in awe and inspiration and say, that is a woman that I want to follow. I want to follow her guidelines. What is it that she does? And every day she takes 20 minutes for herself and takes a walk and makes it a priority. She puts herself on her love list. She puts herself on her priority list. And said, this walk is for my time, for me to breathe, for me to reflect. And she said that she had to start with 5 minutes. And so I took that inspiration into my life. And now something that I really love to do, and it's childish and I don't care, but I love to dance. And when I first had Christopher, I would say, I just don't have time to dance. I don't have time to do the things that I love. I have to be a mom, and I would be so spazzed out in motherhood that now when we wake up in the morning, we turn on our favorite song, and Christopher sits in his crib, and he bounces back and forth, and I do a little bit of a dance, and that helps me relax myself throughout the day. I understand that my cortisol is going up, but it allows me to feel that bliss that you're talking about.
Good to have it high in the morning, really.
Totally good to have that high. And what I also heard from Julia is maybe it's not about adding another thing to our to-do list, but it's about prioritizing what's on our list. And maybe 1 or 2 things could be kicked off. Like last year in November, I looked at my time throughout the day and I realized that I was spending like 25 minutes a day just responding to text. So this year is all about I shut my text responses off and I get back to text when I have the chance or when I really want to. So I've given myself another 25 minutes a day. So it's all about not balance. It doesn't exist to me, but it's about prioritizing what matters and feeling that gratitude for the things that we have in our life. So I love the little bliss opportunities that you provided our readers. One last question. I know that in naturopathic medicine, you have just a few little outside of ideas that you offer to people. You have a few little tools that you actually give to people, whether it's in herbs or oils. Could you provide us maybe a tool that someone could use as we're moving into the holiday season, the fullest time of year?
Definitely. There's so many different things that we can utilize in naturopathic medicine to help with the stress response, and we treat every person individually. And so the things that we utilize most in our toolbox, I would say, herbs, adaptogenic herbs that help modulate our body stress response, nutrition to help support our adrenal glands and the nutrients they need to help them continue to run most efficiently, even though they're going to be obviously affected by stress and chronic stress or acute stress. Nourishing our bodies, because with whole foods, we need to make sure that we're getting the macronutrients, therefore the micronutrients that our body needs, like our vitamins and minerals, to help support not only our neurotransmitter health, which is going to affect our mood, but basically every organ system in our body needs nourishment. I think gut health is a huge factor in this. So eating healthy is really important because our gut is our second brain. We make so many important things in our gut, and so that also directly affects our mood. So that is really important. Neurotransmitters, bowel regularity, just the little things that some people take for granted, they don't realize. Also, one of the biggest things that I like to do is utilizing essential oils because it has an acute response in that moment. So some of my favorite essential oils, lavender is really great for stress. There's actually studies that show the active ingredient of lavender works just as well as taking a Xanax for people that are anxious, or it works hugely well. You can put it on your feet at night. You can diffuse it at night. It's one of the top things that I noticed that works well for stress response. Essential oils are great also just in reducing overall inflammation and help balancing our emotions in the moment, and also can be utilized long-term too. So I think of those. I also really like to utilize homeopathy because it kind of helps balance us on an energetic level. So, but that can be different for everyone as well.
Great. So a few tools that you gave us just in this moment are essential oils, particularly lavender. If someone is wanting to make a move right now and make a move and bring something new into their life, focusing on whole foods and homeopathy. And did I miss one else?
Herbs.
Herbs. Certain herbs. And you'd want to connect with a local naturopathic daughter. Daughter is clearly on my mind. Julia has two daughters. And a naturopathic doctor. Dr. Julia is in the Chicagoland area. Dr. Julia also has a really great resource for us. I'm going to pull it up here. She has essential oils that are available to you right now. You can jump on her website. She partnered with an organization called doTERRA and is able to provide folks just like you, just like me, access to really great high quality essential oils like lavender to start bringing different alternative ways to reclaim our health, or and for some of us, maybe it's even reclaim our sanity, but to really make empowered choices around our health. So abandon our life, especially into this very full season, not too busy, but very full season of life.
I should have mentioned adjusting essential oils. You have to be really careful. The reason I paired with doTERRA is because of their quality of the oils, the therapeutic grades. You can absolutely not ingest essential oils that you purchase just off the shelf at a store. It's really important to note that. So sorry I failed to mention that earlier.
So much, Dr. Julia, for being with us today and sharing about the stress response and how when we receive stress in our body, how our body responds to stress, and then simple ways that people can use in their everyday life to start to make a shift in their stress response and reclaim their health through empowered choices. Again, thank you, Dr. Julia, for being with us. I'm Molly Hillig Rodriguez, Chicago's relationship coach, bringing meaningful topics to you. Next week, we will be back with another functional medicine doctor discussing emotional eating.